couple of weeks, Kansas will begin administering state assessments to students. Kansas was one of many states forced to cancel those standardized tests last year because of the pandemic. KCTV5's Carolina Cruz is live for us now at Valley Park Elementary in the Blue Valley School District. Carolina, since these tests have to be taken in person, as far as I know, what happens with those students still learning virtually?
Well, so those students, which are typically K through 5, for example, here in the Blue Valley District, they will just have to come back into their home school to take that test. It has to be taken in person. So some parents who might have their children learning virtually might have a little bit of concerns about their child returning to the school building. They do have the option to opt out. About 25% of students in the Blue Valley School District are learning through virtual ed. Elementary school students have not taken the spring standardized state assessment since 2019. These standardized tests have to be taken in person. There is no virtual option. Some schools are offering options, though, after school or on off days for children who are high risk for COVID-19. Parents have to notify their school's administration if they need one of those options. There is no punishment for students who do not take the tests, but the schools and parents will lose out on some data.
The only problem is we can't inform the parents where their student is relative to their, using the state assessment.
The three main reasons why the exams have to be in person is because the test has to be taken on a secure device. This way, students can't just search for the answer. A proctor has to oversee the exam. And the items used for the test, including any scrap paper, has to be thrown away, so the questions to the test are kept secure. And typically the federal government holds states to a certain benchmark that they have to meet for the number of students that take this test. That benchmark, or the requirement for it, was waived for this year. Back to you.
Carolina, thank you for that update. President Biden announced today that $81 billion from American Rescue Plan funds are now available to help schools return to in-person learning as quickly as possible. As of February, more than 75% of schools across the country were open for full-time or hybrid learning. Numbers from the Department of Education show significant gaps, though, in access, especially for communities of color.
Only 28% of Black students are going to school in person daily. 33% of Latino students are doing it, and only 15% of our Asian students are going to school in person daily.
The CDC is standing by its decision to reduce social distancing guidelines to 3 feet for most students when all are wearing a mask.